You're listening to your favorite two black runners, Aaron and Joshua Potts. Every week, these two brothers talk all things running, professional athlete interviews, track and field news, discovering new opportunities in the running industry, and discussing the latest innovations in running media. But most of all, they are simply two black runners sharing their perspective. You can now watch all full-length podcasts on the Two Black Runners YouTube channel. Additionally, they're producing clips, shorts, and vlogs on that channel. If you love listening to the podcast, consider giving this podcast a review on Apple, liking their YouTube videos, or giving us a follow on Instagram. These are some of the easiest ways you can support the Two Black Runners podcast. But if you're simply listening, they thank you, and we're glad you're here.
Do you see The Rock? Undertaker with the Hokas on? That was funny, bro.
Bruh.
That was funny.
I was watching WrestleMania all weekend. You feel me? All on tape delay or just recorded on replay because we're at Arcadia. Well, first on Saturday we were at Arcadia, and Sunday we went out to dinner and everything. Bro, that WWE's crazy right now, bro. Triple H is changing the game, Aaron. I'm telling you.
They low-key look fire. They had the Undertaker. They had The Rock on there. They had Speed on there. I saw John Cena. John Cena looked like he was struggling to get to the ring. I ain't even gonna lie. His knees look like they might be messed up or something.
Bro, he's almost out. He's almost done. He said he's almost done. He's 47. He wants to be done before he's 50.
That's crazy. These dudes are less old, bro. He's 47.
Yeah, he only has like one more run. Bro, if you ain't watching WWE, bro, you gotta tap in. I'm not even gonna cap. If you watch WWE as a kid and you ever want to tap this time, it's time to come back. And like, this is the thing. They're dropping something on Wednesday and they're gonna pull back the curtain a little bit. It looks like they're kind of embracing. Oh shoot, my bad. They're embracing the fact that like it ain't real. You know what I mean? Like it really is.
It's entertainment, and who cares?
It's a play. It's a play. You know, like a live play every single night. So it's dope. Triple H is changing the game, and it's cool to see.
Bro, but yeah, and I was in the office today, and people were excited. You know, people were excited to see Undertaker. You could tell who was WWE fans in the work group chat. You know what I'm saying? You could tell because I saw Undertaker with that. I was like, yo, that's crazy. And then for The Rock to be like, oh, like I was wondering why that choke slam hurt. It was the effing Hokas. Like, bro, that's a moment, bro. That's a cultural icon. Like, we got to get that man some shoes ASAP. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure somebody working on that. I know, but
He Under Armour though. He ain't gonna want Hokas. He Under Armour.
Hey man, after he got that choke slam, he might need them. Under Armour probably picked. He would Under Armour. Why he saying that? You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, Under Armour probably mad. Like, Dwayne, you need to chill out. I know you're the final boss, but you need to chill out, my guy. You need to chill out. But hey, let's get into it. I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Possible, always with the brother with the same mother, Aaron Potts, Super Hot Potts, and you're watching and listening to your favorite two black runners every single
Two Black Tuesday. Yes, sir. Sorry for last week, y'all, but you know, we gonna go hard. We gonna give you as many weeks as we can, but we gotta take a breather sometime. There was a lot going on. We just need to take a break. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that.
I ain't even gonna say sorry because like we still put out a running report show.
Oh, for sure, that's facts.
We had like 3 running report posts go up. We had a 2 black runners post go up. You feel me? Like we still live. We still happening. You know, we just didn't have a podcast come out. Like, I'll say sorry for not telling y'all about it, but like content is being producing, and like we were at the Arcadia Invitational this past weekend, and we got a whole lot of content that we want to share with you right now. Like, let's jump into this right now because Arcadia was an exciting time. This is our second year in a row going as media to the Arcadia Invitational, and like it was really just it's always, I think it's really fun to just be at these high school meets and be able to see the next generation. And it's getting even more cool now because a lot of these people, like, this is our second, third, fourth time interviewing them. We're seeing them grow up and seeing them get faster and faster. But this was a little bit different because we went back to how we did it at IE, sat down with the kids, did a little bit of longer interviews, and really talk about sacrifices and everything. I think it turned out pretty good, Aaron.
No, same. I think it was a great idea to just go in there. But we've just found over time from doing Nike Outdoor Nationals and other things that, I mean, younger athletes, they are a vehicle for inspiration. It's just so pure when you're doing it at that age, and you're doing it really just for the love. And I think I get so much out of talking to these kids, and just hearing what drives them, what motivates them, the sacrifices that they're making. And it's interesting to just, I think it's interesting to hear what they're going to say, but I also think this is like an episode that will be beneficial to any high schooler. First of all, like if you are in high school, you run in track and field and you want to be at the level of a Sadie Engelhardt per se, you're going to get, some free game on how she got to where she is. And then I think for older folks listening to the podcast, you're going to be very impressed by the answers a lot of these kids give, but it's going to be some inspiration for you that you're going to draw upon. And it's going to, sometimes we get caught up in the 9 to 5, the work, the grind that we have. And it's easy to not really dream anymore, Yeah. So that's why I think it's important, this podcast is important. And I think that's why I get inspiration about it, because it takes you back to that time when you had such big dreams. And I think it's important, no matter the age, even when you're 60, to never stop dreaming, for real.
And one thing I want to say before we get into everything, I think it's really cool too, just the perspective of bringing on to the older folks or just anybody that's a fan of high school track and field and you follow it closely. Like if I wasn't doing this podcast, especially because I was coaching, I would still keep up with high school track and field, and especially like California and people in my league, just because California high school track and field is crazy. It's always fun and it's exciting as a fan. And I feel like this podcast, this video, gives a different perspective of just like how these kids think. It doesn't just put them on this pedestal and unrealistic expectations and put all the pressure in the world. It's a real conversation about what they're going through on a daily basis. So it's pretty dope. It's a pretty dope video to watch. I'm excited for you guys to see it. First up, we talked to Sadie Engelhardt. She had a historic day at the Arcadia Invitational. Aaron, honestly, I didn't even realize what she did really at Arcadia until 2 days afterwards. I knew she ran 4:34, but I didn't realize the implications of a 4:34 until 2 days afterwards, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to it, right? She's been doing this since she's been a freshman. And what's most incredible about Sadie is that every year she improves, and also I didn't really hear the interview exactly. I was filming this one, so I'm excited to hear it too. But I've always felt that she was very just mature in the way she approached the sport since she was a freshman, and had, the expectations rise for her every year. And she just seems like she handles the pressure so well and is very humble about it too. So she's always an exciting athlete to be able to watch, especially since we got to watch her since the freshman year. That's super cool that we've had the privilege of seeing that greatness year in and year out.
Absolutely. This is 3-time Arcadia champion now in the Invite Mile. Second fastest time outdoors for a high school girl, 4th fastest ever, including indoors. It goes Mary Kane, Alexis Inferson, Caitlin Tui, and then Sadie Engelhardt. But
crazy.
This is what she really had to say about sacrifices and what she felt on that particular day at the Arcadia Invitational. We're with Sadie Engelhardt, obviously. What, 4:33? 34. The 4:34. Yeah. I believe I was looking at it. You're the second fastest in U.S. high school only competition now. You accomplished that today. An incredible race. What's your takeaway from this? This is the first time you've been really pushed in a high school race since Dahlia, freshman year. What's your takeaway?
Yeah, I think it's great just seeing how people improve. I think Jane's, kind of development and improvement is super inspiring, just especially with her injury too. Like, she's just, on a whole nother level. And I literally told her before the race, I'm like, everything happens for a reason, girl. Like, you're off the charts right now. But it's super great to have kind of that battle like I did my freshman year. I think that's a lot of like what kind of drove me to be such a like fierce competitor, I guess, is just that competition. So I'm definitely glad it's, coming back.
Yeah, it's exciting to see, and I'm sure we're going to see more fast racing. Just even like last year, seeing you racing Mackenzie in 800, like that brings out such exciting races. Exactly. But we're here on our podcast today, we're talking about like sacrifices, and I believe all of us, we have to make sacrifices, especially for this sport. What are some of the sacrifices that you feel like you had to make that you didn't expect to make when you like really went all in on running?
Yeah, I think honestly, running is like a super tough sport. I honestly think it's one of the hardest, and just because it is so like mental and physical, I think just, I guess, the time that you have to put in. I mean, it's only, sometimes it's like you do doubles a day, but it's only like 2 hours, I guess, on average, or an hour and a half every day. So, but it is like hard work. So I think just, prioritizing that sometimes can be a sacrifice. Just, say you want to do something with your friends is kind of basic, but if you want to do something with your friends and you can't, you have a double, or, you have a race the next morning. Stuff like that, I think. But I think, the, I guess, good parts of running kind of overcome those sacrifices that you have to make. I think they're greater than that. So definitely cancels out, and more good than bad. Yeah.
I'll get you out of here. I want to know your podium of like, rank your top 3 things, favorite things about running that's not like winning a race, PRing, or like getting a trophy. What are your top 3 favorite things?
Yeah, I'd say 1, just feeling confident and calm going up to the line, and just knowing that, I love big crowds like this. Like, it's just, I feel like pushes me even more. But yeah, definitely like crazy atmospheres like this, feeling confident on the line, knowing what you're capable of, feeling fit, and just having competition.
What's the other 2?
That was like 5.
Competition, atmosphere.
Environment.
There you go. You had it.
I can't read that. I forgot already on this.
Congratulations, Sadie.
Thank you.
See, I really thought she was gonna say like 1, 2, that threw me off. But she had it all in there.
I was just getting caught up in the response that she was saying. Like, she's honestly, she great. She great interviewer, great interviewee. Great interviewer by you. Good job on that. But like, she very, like I said, like very composed, very, very mature, and she want the smoke. That's what I like most about her. She want the smoke. She ain't afraid of the moment.
It's crazy too, because I was watching other interviews that she did, because you can see by us, like, we didn't ask her about like her time. Like, we really want to hear about like what she sacrifices, and I think she does put in a lot of work. If you see anything else about her, like, she puts in a lot of work for where she is today, and she has a lot of pressure, even more pressure compared to, she does these pro races, but even more pressure when she races in these high school where she has to be top dog. But the fact that like this is one of the hardest sports, and like she was in a position at Arcadia where she went out, it's kind of slow, a 2:20, considered like that's kind of slow, but that's kind of slow when you're Sadie Engelhardt and your PR is like 4:35. She was on 4:40 pace, and it went in negative split and had Jane Hindegren battling with her the last 300 meters. Like, that was the close, 2:20. She came back in a 2:20 and a 2:14. I'm doing that right. Yeah, I'm doing that right. 2:20, 2:14. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, she ran 4:09 at that Sound running meet, so I think she could be capable of running 4:30 or maybe under in the right race. She's on track to. She has a real shot before she leaves high school to break Mary Cain's record. If we're being honest about it.
Yeah, she's only a junior.
Yeah, she's only a junior. But really rooting for her. I love how I just love how she embraces the moment. She embraces the competition. she wants to be pushed. She wants people to come with her. And I feel like she has like she said, what Dahlia did for her freshman year, I feel like she's done that for this entire class. You know, Jane Hindegren ran 4:37. Her teammate, who's a sophomore, Lily Alder, we'll get to her interview at some point, 4:40. Like, these girls are not afraid to challenge her. And we're seeing a lot of girls who are young, like Sadie was, like a sophomore running 4:40. Like, what is that going to be in a year or two from now?
No, we're getting to that interview right now. You did this, Aaron, interview, so I didn't really listen to it at all because it was kind of long, and I think another race was going on at the exact same time. But Jane Hindegren and Lily Alder, top two performance, teammates of the meet, duo of the night, killed it. The best 1-2 punch in the country, probably the best 1-2 punch mile ever.
All right, I'm here with Jane Hindegren and Lily Alder, 10th View out of Utah. Jane ran a 4:37 today. Lily right on her with a 4:40. That has to be the best 1-2 punch in the country, I'm sure. But first question I have is, what does it feel like, you know, going into this race together and finishing strong together? Let's start off with you, Lily.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, in practice, we're always like with each other and giving each other motivation. So like going on to this field, it was like, oh, it's just like practice, just do it again, and we know we could, and it was fun.
So Lily, were you not here at all last year training?
Not at all. I was in Europe.
So Jane, what's it like now that you have Lily training with you and pushing you in practice?
Yeah, it's incredible, and I'm so grateful for her. It's been just such a fun little duo we've had. We've been able to train together, and yeah, she's just a big blessing for me and my team.
What's it been like for you, Lily, having Jane?
It's awesome. It's like having an older sister pace you and keep going with you, so it's awesome, yeah.
So today we've been asking everyone just about like sacrifices, and this is Arcadia. It's a big meet. A lot of the athletes here are like elite high schoolers. So I wanted to hear from both of you, like, what are some of the sacrifices you feel you've had to make in your career at this point to get to here?
Just it's a lot of time commitment. If you want to be great at something, it's going to take work. And so, yes, it's sacrifices, but I'm always happy to make them. Most of the time, happy to make them because I just know what I want to do. I know how I want to show up for my team and for my family. And yeah, I just want to really be great at what I do. So, yeah, lots of time and energy. But
I would have to agree. The hours in the pool and the ellipticals and all the weekends missed, so it's a lot of time and effort. But I think doing it with someone else is awesome, and the traveling too. I think just, you know, it's 10 hours back to Utah, and the plane rides and the Airbnbs and hotels. It's hard on your body, but you just want to be the best you can with what you got. So.
And I'm always curious to where your drive comes to. You kind of mentioned, like, you know, being there for your teammates for a little bit. Like, what is that drive that makes it worth, you know, makes you want to make the sacrifices that it takes to be successful in the sport?
I think for me, like, my mom went to the Olympics and she loves running, and so do my parents. We're both big running families, so just showing up for my siblings and my family and doing that effort and getting the best that I can so they can pass me in my times. So it's fun.
Yeah, and then for me, I think if I'm going to do something, I want to do it well, and so I'm going to put that time and commitment in, and I just genuinely love working hard, and some days are very hard to show up, especially like she was saying, like the pool or maybe lifting, like those things aren't as my favorite rather than like a track workout, but I'm going to do it anyways because I want to have a long season and a long career, and yeah.
Yeah, my last question for both of you is just, how would you define success for yourself this season? What would that look like for you?
I think that if I'm continuing to love what I do and I'm showing up for myself, that's success.
Success for me looks fast and healthy.
I like that. Those are both great goals for sure. I'm even in my older age, I'm trying to run still, but yeah, being healthy, 100%, having fun, Those are the two biggest things. Being fast for me don't really matter as much anymore. But if I'm healthy and I'm having fun, it's gonna be a good time. But I appreciate both of y'all. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Man, you started preaching with them a little bit. You started preaching.
They preached to me, bro. They preached to me. So if y'all know Jane HENDEGREN last year, she's a junior now. As a sophomore, she won at Nike Outdoor Nationals in the 2 mile. And I had an interview with her then, and I was like, yo, I asked her a similar question. I was like, yo, like, you're a sophomore. Like, you know, what's next? Like, you know, how do you go up from here? And her response was like, as long as I know, as like, I am like having fun, like in treating my teammates well, like that's like success to her. And I remember we posted that and that went really viral, but I just thought that was like a beautiful statement for her to have. And then Lily Alder, she's a sophomore, like we were saying, but her parents are in the military. One of her parents are in the military or something. So she wasn't even here. I don't know how much she was running last year, but she's obviously super talented, because now the Temp View got another one running 440 as a sophomore. And I always love talking to the high school kids that have a 1-2 punch, because that was me and my boy Nick Wolf. We were like that. So it's always cool, I feel like, when you have that person that can like sharpen you and practice. And at least in Lily's case, it's someone who's a year older than her too. So, and it's someone that's been to the mountaintop per se. So I don't know. I enjoyed that conversation, and I love that they already like Jane. I feel like Jane is just gonna be a super inspirational person. Shout out to her parents. Like, they're doing a great job. Like, I love how she mentioned her family and her team as like those are the things that drive her. And what I'm finding is like these kids, like a lot of them don't put pressure on themselves, bro. They don't put pressure on themselves to perform.
I think that's the key. That's the key. And I think that's definitely the key too when they're doing so much. Like, you know, in the interview before, Sadie mentioned Jane had an injury and she was, like you said, she won Nike Outdoor Nationals. And then coming in, I was like, Jane's going to be top to go to NXN. Like, she probably will win NXN. And then the injury happens and everything. Like, oh, because then she won whatchamacallit, Woodbridge in the beginning of the season. But like the hours in the pool and the elliptical, like those types of cross training, you really gotta love that. And you really just gotta learn. And it's great to have people around you that just teach you that. And especially, I think that's amazing for Lily to have someone like Jane be able to train with. That's amazing. And it's essential on every single team that you go into, not just on your cross country track team, but the teams at your workplace and everything, to have some type of vet with you, somebody that really has that, and I think is going to have it no matter what. Benjamin Harris, this dude won the 100-meter invite for Long Beach Poly. Everyone knows Long Beach Poly produced some of the best track, basketball, football, any type of athlete you really want to think about out of Southern California. Well, this freshman won in a 10-3 wind-aided 2.1 or 2.3 wind. Dude, after he won this, the entire team came in the media celebrating with him. Aaron, you talked to him. Let's hear from Benjamin Harris.
All right, I'm here with Ben Harris, freshman, 10-3 at Arcadia, one of the biggest stages in California. Initially, what's the feeling of just coming away a winner today?
Great feeling. I'm very proud of myself. I'm thankful for my coaches for just taking the time out of their day to just coach me up and teach me on things that I didn't know at the beginning of the season that I know now. And just glory to God. Just want to thank you for giving me my abilities to even come out here today, because without God, I wouldn't be here right now. So I'm just very proud of myself, very accomplished, but always room for improvement to get better.
I love that. I love that you're already thinking about that improvement. But today, a lot we're talking about is sacrifices. You're a freshman. You're only 14, 15 years old. A lot of freshmen right now, they're not really trying to put in the work that you got to put in to be where you're at. So what are some of the sacrifices that you've had to make in your life to get to this level?
I had to sacrifice hanging out with my friends. Even though they was like, Ben, come over here. I'm like, nah, I got to get to practice, because I already know without practice, I'm not going to be here today. So I just had to tune them out, let them know, hey, I got hard work to put in right now. I could catch y'all later. And just sacrifice I had to make. I know I had to sacrifice a lot of things, like not just my friends, but I had to sacrifice the game, sometimes sleep. But for real, it was just getting my mind together to even go to practice, even work hard. Because I know sometimes I don't be feeling like it, but I know without practice and just getting coached up by my coaches that I wouldn't be here today.
So what is that? Where does that drive come from?
That drive is just people thinking that you can't be a freshman or even come out here and showcase your ability. Always thinking either I'm a holdback or you just got to be a junior or senior. I wanted to show them that even though I am 15 years old, I can still come out here and compete with the best. Even though they may be older than me, I'm still that young guy that's here to stay, and let them know that I'm here to stay for the next 3 years.
So what would you say then? What would you define as success for you this year?
Success would be at the end of the season knowing that I gave it my all, whether I got first, second, or third, just knowing that I gave it my all and I had no regrets. That's success to me.
Hey man, I already think you're pretty successful if that's the goal, man. You're doing it.
Thank you.
And I love seeing your teammates root you on. What does it feel like? You know, Long Beach Poly, it's a historic school. Y'all have so many greats that come out of there. So what does it feel like to represent that school and have all your guys behind your back?
It's just very grateful, just a great accomplishment, because I know there's a lot of big names that came out of Poly, and for me to already be up there at this young of an age, and just knowing that my teammates have my back the whole way is just very humbling, just makes me very happy and excited to do the next 3 years with these boys.
Well, appreciate you, Ben. Excited to see what you got next.
Thank you.
That boy might be the one right there. That boy beast, man. He came ready. He said, I gotta thank God. You know what I'm saying? My coaches. I'm like, man, this dude coached up, bro. No, he already got his priorities in line. Get off the game. You know what I'm saying?
The thing I liked about the sacrifices, this is the best thing, bro. This man, that's probably the best one out of everybody that said he had to sacrifice his feelings. He had to sacrifice his feelings, bro. Now that's hard to do when you don't feel like you want to go to practice, but you still go to practice and you change your mindset, getting ready to go to practice. That's the hard one right there. Be able to sacrifice your feelings, because at the end of the day, it don't matter how you feel.
It don't.
Like you got to do it.
It might be when his coach telling him he need to do something he don't want to do.
Exactly.
Or telling him in a way he don't want to hear. It's like, you know.
Sometimes it don't matter what you feel, and that's what's wrong with this generation today. I'm just playing.
Okay. Okay.
Everyone worry about their feelings. No, just playing. No, it's true though. We are
listening to too much Drake and J. Cole getting in your feelings, bro.
Come on, man. Drake a crybaby.
Hey, but my boy, he was a Kendrick fan. This dude was a Kendrick fan, so it makes sense that he responded how he did.
That was a good message though. Just him saying that, like, bro, like I don't have to wait. Like even though I'm young, I don't have to wait. I gotta go out. I can do it now, and I think that's really just leaving it all out there. Just see what happens. Leave it all out there. Like really, it's not even putting pressure on himself or saying that he's all that. It's like, why wait? Like let's see what happens. Let me run, and if I fall on my face, I'll fall on my face. Like, like there's no shame.
No, he gonna be good. He gonna be straight. Stay healthy, Ben. Keep on your grind. Keep on listening to your coaches, bro. And you gonna get to some big places. I'm excited.
Yeah, I hope that we get to see Benjamin Harris's growth over these next 4 years. And like how you said, maybe he's the one. Well, we actually met the one like 4 years ago at Trials of Miles, Kansas City. We interviewed INCE when she won like her first big invite race there in the high school miles, a part of all pro fields and everything. I think she ran like 4:54. Now she's running 2:05, 2:03, committed to Oregon. We met up with INCE. First time interviewing her in 4 years. Last time we did, she was a freshman at Kansas City Trials of Miles, and we talked all about that too. All right, so we're here with INCE. This is a surreal moment, It's your senior year, second time at Arcadia, your third time at Arcadia, right?
Yep, third time.
Second win at Arcadia, 2:05 today, an amazing race, took it out hot. But the wild thing is that 4 years ago, we interviewed you at Kansas City qualifier when you were a freshman. I think you ran 4:54 for the mile. Dude, time flies. How are you doing? I'll start there.
I'm doing really good. These 4 years have gone so fast, and there's been so many races since that Kansas City mile, but I've enjoyed it ever since. Not only, the fast times I've gotten to run and the opportunities I've had, but just the sport in general. It's been super fun throughout the 4 years, and I'm excited to continue it in college.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, like I said, Oregon, she's an Oregon commit, a New Balance NIL athlete. She's been top runner in the 800 for the past 3 years. Like, Allie, you've been absolutely killing it. Today, like, we're really talking about sacrifices. Like, what have you had to sacrifice over those past 3 years to get to where you are now?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think the sport comes with sacrifices, but at the end of the day, it's those sacrifices that kind of get you to where you want to be. And I think definitely in high school, it means, it's easy to fall into, some temptations. And I think one sacrifice it kind of represents is, football games, Friday nights. Yeah. You want to stay the entire game, go out to eat afterwards, but sometimes, got an early cross-country meet or, early workout, and so sometimes you have to, leave at halftime. And that's just kind of one example, but there's a lot of different sacrifices. Just, eating well, not always easy to do, but you got to kind of make those choices if you want to get to the best level.
That's a big sacrifice, though. Football games is a big,
I feel like that's like a high school. Like that's when you think of high school, you think of Friday night lights and that's. But you can still enjoy it. I think it's important not to give up all that and be super, super strict on yourself, but just finding the right balance, I think, is important.
And then this is a sacrifice, but it also comes with the joy of, like, traveling to Southern California, but, like, being able to travel to meets. You said Kansas City was, like, one of your first time being able to travel, and really, like, you travel, like, all the time now. You're almost like a collegiate athlete in high school. How has that opportunity been to you and be able to enjoy that?
Yeah, I think that's something I definitely take for granted sometimes is I get super nervous for a race or I'm, kind of dreading, warming up and getting ready to go on the line. Like, I'm super nervous, but I think you just have to kind of take a step back and realize, like, I have the opportunity to fly out to California, which is an amazing state, get away from the Illinois cold, and come out here and run. And that's just, not everyone gets the opportunity. So I think just to take a step back sometimes and realize what the sport's given me and not get so caught up in the times and just really be grateful for what I have and what it's brought me.
Well, congratulations, Allie. We'll let you put some warm stuff on and really get out of this. Yeah, it's kind of cold. It's kind of chilly out here. Congratulations today. You're a star. Great job. Good luck in Oregon.
Thank you so much.
Friday Night Lights, man. Friday Night Lights, that's facts. That's big facts, bro. That's big facts. And especially, like, if you're from Illinois, you're from the Midwest, like, me having to miss out on Friday Night Lights, like, if I couldn't see Matt Saracen go play football because I had a football game, because I had a cross-country meet the next day, I'll be kind of pissed, bro. You feel me?
No, it's tough, too. Like, you never know people's situation because some people, like, of course, you're going to have friends on the team, but you also got friends outside of the team that you hang out with. And, like, you're not regular. When you to get to this elite level, you can't be regular. You're different. So you got to move different. You know what I'm saying? When you're blessed with a gift like that, you got to make sure that you're taking care of it. And, like, if you don't have a group of friends that can understand that, there should be at least one that's like, hey, bro, like, this is not where you're supposed to be. We got to meet, or you got to have a teammate or a friend, that's on that same type of timing. That's maybe they're not a runner, but they trying to get good grades and they got to study for the SAT on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, but yeah, you got to recognize that you're not the same.
Yeah, and you gotta nurture that gift. Absolutely. That's amazing. That's amazing. That was a great interview talking to Allie. And I think this next one was probably interview of the day right here. We got to talk to Tristan Rutledge. He won the decathlon, his first ever decathlon at Arcadia. And his talk about sacrifice really takes everything to a whole new level. Tristan's out of Carson in California. And Aaron, you had a great conversation with him. Let's listen to it.
All right, I'm here with Tristan Rutledge. Just won his first decathlon ever out of Nevada. Just got to start off. How does it feel to just come out to Arcadia, try a new event, and walk away with a W?
It feels really good. It's a big relief. And I've talked the talk, but I didn't know if I could walk the walk. But came here and did it, so it feels good.
And what year are you in school?
I'm a junior.
So you're a junior in school, and, like, I mean, I don't know you, but you say you talk the talk. And, like, today we want to talk a lot about, like, sacrifices. Do you feel like you've had to make sacrifices to get to this point in your career, and what are some of those sacrifices?
Yeah, I've had to sacrifice a lot to be here. It's been really tough the past for the past few months, I've been dealing with a lot of injuries and stuff coming here. And I had to prove a lot to myself and a lot of sacrifice, a lot of late nights and early mornings and long practices alone and a lot of lonely hours in the pool because I can't really run on the ground. So, yeah, a lot of sacrifice.
No, I love it. I love to see the emotion out of you as well. And like, I just want to ask, like, what does success look like for you? People define success a lot of different ways, but for you in particular, what does that look like? What does it mean?
I want to be the greatest ever at the decathlon and score like 9,300, something like that. That'll be the best mark in history for any event based on world athletics. So that's my main goal for my career. So
what made you put that bar up there to be the greatest? You know the number down to it, and you already making the sacrifices as a young man to get there through adversity. So what in your mind made you think that you could be the greatest?
I don't know if I can be the greatest, but I might as well say it, right? Go for it. Maybe I'll score 9,000. That's still amazing, right? So why not set the bar as high as you can possibly go and see where you land from there, right? So.
No, I love that. I love that attitude. Why not? Why can't you be the greatest, man? So congratulations on today. I'm just meeting you right now, and you just inspired me. So I'm super excited to continue following your career. Where am I gonna see you next?
Probably Nike Outdoor Nationals.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Awesome. I'll see you there. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, Tristan.
Thank you.
I appreciate you sharing all that, bro.
I appreciate you asking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Basically, I was looking for someone. I can't remember. There was some race. I was looking for someone, trying to grab him. And then somebody was like, yo, this guy right here, he just won the decathlon, his first time ever doing it. You should interview him. And I was like, all right, bet. Bring this dude over and then like ask him about sacrifices, and he starts getting emotional. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I would say, like, in the past, I'm gonna be straight up. In the past, at the pro level, when you're interviewing people and they're crying, it's a lot, bro. Sometimes it's like you feel so bad, you know. But I was like, let me just try and be here for him so he can like say whatever he's gonna say. But it was a really cool moment, and like kudos to him to like, you know, not being afraid to like show emotion, but it really makes you see like how much these kids really put the work that they put into this sport. Like, little did we know, we didn't catch it in that interview. This man, about 9 months ago, his basically Anderson Silva, Kevin Ware type injury on his leg, bone sticking out, type of injury. So for him to get here, it took a lot. I'm sure he had a lot of sometimes self-doubt, not knowing if he was ever going to get back. If this was like the end of his career, he has a huge scar on his knee, and we didn't even know that. It just tells you like you don't know like what these kids are going through when they're at home. We don't know like what he was dealing with at school, or like people were probably like, bro, like not expecting him ever to be where he's at now. So like this was a huge moment. His dad was right there, was really emotional, but I'm just happy that like I was able to be a vehicle for him to be able to like share his testimony. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. When he started, this is gonna sound weird, but like when he started like crying and his dad was next to us and his dad was starting to tear up too as he recorded the interview, I started smiling, like, because it was just such a beautiful moment for someone to be able to share that. And then I could just from when he started getting emotional, I started to understand like, oh no, this kid has really sacrificed like a lot. And you get an understanding of, I wish you would have asked him just like how much it means, because I would have loved for him to describe it. But like just from his words and just from his tone of voice, you can tell how much this victory meant to him. Like that's, bro, like if that doesn't make you want to get up and like run today or like work out or like push, not, but it doesn't mean just push yourself to a certain limit. Like, I don't know what does, like, to be able to just do something that you don't even know if you can do. But the fact that it's a conditional statement, like, if, like, what if I don't become the greatest ever? Well, like, that's still a if. Like, I could be the second best. You know, that's amazing, bro.
Honestly, I didn't expect him to say, I wish I would have asked that question too, noted, but I didn't expect him to say that he wanted to be the greatest. I did not expect that. I didn't know what he was going to say, but I didn't expect him to say, I want to be the best of all time. I'm like, oh, this boy different. Like, this dude is that takes a different type of drive and mentality. And to not let an injury like that, like I said, Anderson Silva, Kevin Ware, I don't want to have to put that on the screen so y'all can understand what this dude came through to get back to this and to win on this elite stage. That's a different type of drive. That takes a different type of mentality and belief. And shout out to his family for supporting him through that. So Tristan, bro, love you, man. Love you, dog. Keep on grinding, bro. You gonna get there. We gonna see you on the high, at the highest of highs, and I'm excited.
And the thing about this dude and the mentality that you said to be the greatest, I feel like at Arcadia, especially at the Invite, but all across the country, we see a lot of these high school kids that have that mindset. They're pushing themselves to their limit. And Nathan Neal, I think, is a prime example of that. In the 3,200 meter, he ran 8:35.72. He was second place, a part of one of the greatest high school 3,200 meter races of all time, a completely loaded field. Let's just talk about, let's go to this interview with me and Nathan Neal. All right, we're here with Nathan Neal. I seen you at Nike Indoor Nationals, and you won there in the 2 mile. I remember, I think after the interview or before the interview, I had my Arcadia bag. He's like, Arcadia. Yeah. Was this marked on your calendar? Like, did you know you were gonna run fast? You came here and you definitely did run fast. Like, what was just your expectations going into this race?
Yeah, I mean, I went in with the mindset to win. I think I executed the race as well as I could have. Like, Danny ran a phenomenal race, and he would beat me any day. I mean, he ran a really good race. But yeah, I came in to win. I knew it was gonna go out really hard, and I knew that I had to just stay relaxed for the first mile, and the last mile, just open up and rip it. And when the time came, it was about 800 to left. I knew the top group was starting to break away, so I had to get with them. And then going into the last lap, I kind of got on Danny's shoulder there in the back stretch, and gave it all I had, and he got me in the end. So yeah, props to him. Yeah.
8:35 in a race that may go down as like the fastest high school boys 32 ever. Well, it was 38 guys broke 9 minutes in that race.
That is so crazy.
Like, absolutely,
the whole field?
Yes. Well, the one person didn't break 9. Like,
that's insane.
9:06, I believe it was. Just absolutely madness. To be a part of that race, to be part of this era of high school track and field. What is it kind of like? What is it kind of like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud to be a part of this class. Like, I think we had the fastest distance class in high school history. I mean, last year was a really, really crazy year, but I think we were slept on a little bit, and I think that this indoor season in Arcadia kind of spoke to that a little bit. Like, we didn't get the record, we didn't beat what they did last year. I don't think, but overall, I mean, I think we have a really good class, and I'm happy to be in it. Like, it's gonna make all of us better. I hope we can continue to race each other, and we don't get split up in the national meets at the end of the season. But yeah.
We would love to see that. We would love to see that. Before you get out of here, we've been talking about sacrifice a lot today, and I know you had like a great teammate with you these past years, and be able to grow so much over this past time. Just what have you sacrificed to get to this point today, to run this 8:35? What is something particular that you really had to sacrifice?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could call it a sacrifice. Like, I do everything that I can to, like, I control the controllables. Like, I get a good sleep and everything like that. Like, I don't, on race weeks like this, I don't really hang out outside of school. I just go home and kind of get ready to go to bed and just do the things that I can to race the best I can. I mean, I don't think it's so much of a sacrifice. Like, I like to do it. This is what I love to do. I love to run fast. But yeah, just some of the little things you have to give up to be able to be at your best. But that's okay with me. Yeah.
And then with that, like, it's for these type of moments, you know, like this love and success. Like, when did that really start to fall in love with the sport?
Yeah, I'd say junior year NXN. After that race, I realized like the potential I had in the sport, and I realized that this is what I want to do in college and for the next few years of my life. And I mean, after you go racing these big races, and when you run well, it's so accomplished. It's such a good accomplishment, and it feels so good. And that's it.
Congratulations, Nathan. Best of luck rest of the season.
Thank you, yeah.
And do you have any other goals for the rest of this? Like, what else do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to run sub 4. Yeah. Jesuit the Nike Twilight meet at Jesuit High School is coming up in a few weeks, and I'm going for sub 4. They usually put a pacer in it to go about 2 flat, and I think it's possible for me. I mean, I think that if the conditions are somewhat good, I think I can do it. Yeah.
I'm going to circle my calendar because just like how you told me Arcadia, like you're hyped for that, you're expected and you're hyped for this race, and I believe something special is going to happen that night.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm ready for that. What day is that? What day is that?
It's late April.
Late April.
Like April, last weekend in April, I think.
All right, that's all I need to know. I'm circling my calendar.
Okay.
No, congratulations, Nathan.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I already got it circled, bro. I got it circled on my calendar at the house. I got it circled. I know it's going down. Jesuit, bro. Breaking 4, Nathan Neal. Like, shoot.
This class is crazy. This class is insane. I think they could have like 7 or 8 people breaking 4.
After what we seen, 70 guys, about 70 guys, a little under 70 guys, broke 9 minutes this past Saturday. Aaron, when you're in high school in 2012, bro, what, like when someone would break 9, what did that mean like to you? When you heard like someone broke 9 in 32, like what did that mean? You feel me?
They were nice. They were nice, but they were still like, I think at that meet, Footsum and Bernie Montoya were battling, and I feel like they ran like, we were like the era where people were starting to consistently go under 850. Like if you were ran in like 847, 45, because I remember Lucas versus Bickus, I think he has the national record, right? You may have it, or you might not have it no more, but it's like 830. But that was insane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to have multiple people in the 830s is crazy. But if you were to get under 9, like you're one of the best. I mean, if you're between 857 and like 859, you're one of those ones. Like you're gonna go to a D1, the bigger D1 if you want.
So,
but if
Aaron, let me give you this stat real quick. So 2012, like you were right, Footsum, he ran at Arcadia. He ran 947. Bernie Montoya right behind him, 948. Craig Nowak. Oh, dang. Shout out Craig. Craig Nowak.
Yeah, I remember him.
I told him Craig was nice like that. Okay, Craig.
Yeah, bro. That boy was nice, dog. Yeah.
Okay, so Craig Engels on here too. He ran 855 that year. Okay, I'm getting caught up.
He didn't run at Arcadia though, did he?
Yeah, at Arcadia.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
All right, but dang, I did not know he was that. Okay, whatever. I'm getting caught up. Okay, so 2012, bro. We had 18 guys broke 9 in 2012.
That's crazy.
At this meet, 70 people did. About 70 people did at this meet. There's more than 70 this year already.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, Daniel Simmons talks about that more, and just this era, I got the chance to talk to him about that. We're Daniel Simmons. This dude killed it. Everybody knows by now what this man just did and what you've been doing so far when you ran that 5,000 indoors and everything, like national record. But like, I feel like you're now on the top. You know, last year you got second, now completely on the top. American Fork running that great time yesterday in the 4x-mile. What has this experience, what has this past 2 months really have been like where you're now, well, I'm pretty sure you've been doing this before, but you were signing shoes over here. Like, what has this experience been like?
It's been fun. I mean, I think like my belief has been just carrying me along and helping me, grow inside my heart and mind that give me strength beyond what I have on my own. And it's great to have the opportunity to meet so many fun people and kind and just super happy, excited to see meet people. It's just like super neat experience.
And I want to talk about like those people, and especially the people that you're racing against, because that was an historic race. So many people under 9 minutes. I think it was about like 36. Only like that's crazy. That's crazy. What is it about
this era of high school that you're in right now? Like, it seems after COVID, everybody just turned up.
Dude, I mean, with everybody, with COVID, like, especially, I think, like, everybody wanted to go and prove that, these records, we've been working hard in the shadows. No one's been able to do anything, so let's show them what's up. And then after that happened, like, all these high bars were set. The only way to reach them is to believe in it. And so this like, normalcy of belief in one's ability to do things just, like, spiked. And I think that's just the key to getting records, honestly.
Man, you dropping wisdom. Don't give away the secrets. Don't give away the secrets. And then we've been talking about, like, sacrifice, like, a lot, and we'll end off here. Just what are the things that you had to, like, sacrifice in this sport that you didn't really expect that you were gonna have to sacrifice to get to the level where you're at?
I think one of the biggest things that I've learned to sacrifice is, like, the pressure of winning. Like, honestly, like, there's like the idea that if you, like, everybody wants you to win, right? So, like, if you believe that everybody, like, you have to win for everyone else, that you'll have strength, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, I think the biggest and greatest thing you can have is just knowing that the only pressure you should be feeling is pressure from yourself to just do your best. Like, that, I think that right there alone is a sacrifice, because you have to learn to overcome caring about what other people want for you. And, maybe another one is, like, I think a big one for runners that is makes a difference is sacrificing, like, foods. I don't know, a certain type of food, greasy fast food. I don't know. I feel that's something I sacrifice a lot.
What do you miss the most from that? I think, what food?
Yeah, I mean, pizza. Pizza is so good, but I don't eat it. So.
What do you eat after this? After a race like that, after a weekend like this, what do you eat?
I think, what my body's calling for right now is, like apples, fruits, oranges. Really? It just sounds replenishing and strengthening. After that, I think we're planning to go to, like, BJ's and get some food. So we'll have fun. We'll have fun with it, just because it's been such a special weekend. So.
Yeah, celebrate, man. Celebrate. Congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
I liked that interview a lot. That was good.
I love how he got philosophical on the last question. And he was like, hold on, wait, I'm about to get lost in somewhere. Let me just bring you back to just greasy food for a second. You know what I mean? But you could tell, like, he thought about that before. That was good, bro. Like, that was real. Like, that was real. The pressure of, like, winning and, like, feeling it from other people, that definitely is a sacrifice, because we all want to feel gratification from others, and just, like, we want to be approved from other people in several different type of ways. So for him to recognize that, like how he said, how he thinks that's the secret of breaking records, like, he definitely unlocked the code. I would listen to him for sure. Like,
yeah, and I also think doing that, like, again, like, it takes the pressure off when you're just performing more of yourself. But I don't want to get too deep on this pod right now. But I just listened to a service today, and it was talking about, like, how to not being afraid of, like, failure, and, like, if you have faith, like, you have to be okay with failure, And that's what I kind of felt like what he was saying, in a way, with just, like, the pressure of, like, letting people down. Like, you just have to accept, like, like, you're going to let people down at times and stuff like that. But, like, that's not the end. Like, you could continue forward. And I kind of felt that in a way when he was talking about, like, the pressure of others and not trying to, like, satisfy anyone except for, like, yourself, or, like, feeling good about the effort that you're putting in to continue, like, moving forward. So I think that's super healthy. That was, like, my favorite interview so far. I like what he had to say.
No, that was my first time getting to talk to him. He was a cool kid. Happy dude. A happy dude, you know what I mean? So we got through and we talked to a lot of the champions, but there's also some other people that weren't champions on the day that really had great days or didn't have the greatest day, but, like, we had great conversations with each one of them. This next one coming up is PANHDER out of Clovis West. This dude had an amazing race in the 3,200 meter seated race, where he ran 800 meter rated race. He ran 8:57, first time breaking 9. Aaron got to talk to him. Let's see what Teg had something to say to Aaron.
PANHDER out of Clovis North. Breakthrough race today, 10 seconds taking off of your PR, running 8:57 in the rated race. How does it feel to travel down south and have such a big breakthrough?
It feels amazing, honestly. Like, I knew this was going to be a fast race, so I knew I had to take the opportunity to run as fast as possible. You know, it's Arcadia. It's going to be fast, so, you know, it feels amazing.
Is this your first time competing at Arcadia?
It is, yes.
What does it mean to be at Arcadia in the 2 mile under the lights?
It feels amazing. It's like a dream come true, honestly. Like, last year I really wanted to compete here, but I didn't have the time. And this year it's so magical because, you know, so many national records have been broken here. And just to be one of those guys who has the opportunity just to race here, it's amazing.
Yeah, you're one of the many people that have broken 9 here, so congratulations on that. But a big thing we're talking about today is just like sacrifices, and I could tell you're a guy that's very driven, and I want to just hear about some of the sacrifices you've had to make personally to get to this point.
Well, sometimes I had to sacrifice hanging out with my friends. Like, they want to do something after school, like I have to train. I can't make it. Or I want to go home, I want to relax, play some video games. I can't do that. I need to do my homework so I can get to sleep. Because good rest that's the main thing. That's what really helps me.
Where does that drive come from, and was that something that was instilled in you by somebody?
I think it just comes naturally, but also with the help of my family, my friends, my coaches, that really helps to just give me that drive to do better, to make someone proud of me, but most importantly, make myself proud.
I love that. I love that it's all about just making yourself proud, but like, what does that look like to you? What does success look like, and what is, like, if you're looking at younger you from like 3 or 4 years ago, what about you now makes you proud?
That I just compete. I do everything in my power to just compete and race hard. Just doing the best that I can. Given this talent, I don't want to waste it.
No, I love that energy, man. You're inspiring me to go hard every day. But congratulations on such a big PR.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see what you got next.
Yeah, I have West Coast relays next weekend. Looking forward to that. And then later on in the season, we got championship season. Looking to make something out of that.
Dang, man. I like that interview, bro. I like that interview. That's my guy, bro. So this dude, I just saw him walking around. It was another moment where it was like, we're looking for someone to interview. This dude, he had a monster kick to win his race. And I could just tell the way he was walking around afterwards. Like, this dude got a different type of energy. And I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong, but I felt like his just energy like coming through so much. And that's why I felt like I needed to talk to him. But again, bro, like, I love what he said about just wanting to get out there and compete and to make people proud. But at the end of the day, like, you want to make yourself proud. And like, honestly, I share that same mentality. Like, I definitely want to make my family and my friends proud. But I think back about like younger me and making that person proud. But I'm also someone, like, just in life in general, like, I'm going to compete, like, with myself. Like, I'm going to compete to push myself to be the best, like, in whatever it is that I'm doing to be my best version. And that's what I think, like, is like a big lesson that, like, you can take from doing sport. And I love to see it in these kids, and I hope they keep to cultivate that from when they're out and done with the sport too.
No, and what I think I really like about doing this is that that's a great message to hear, but we're not just hearing that message from Sadie Engelhardt or like Lucas Verzbickus or the Nico Young. Like, we're not just hearing that from the best in high school. No, we're hearing that from like just like Teg Pander. You feel me? Like, this dude could be the next big thing, but at this moment, people don't really know his name like that. You don't got a blue check on Instagram. At least I don't think you do. But you don't got a blue check on Instagram and 50,000 followers. You know, like, this is
after this interview though. No, I'm just kidding.
It's an ordinary kid with big dreams, and like how you said, hopefully he transfers that same mentality outside of the sport, because that's what it really is about. At some point, this thing ends, but the lessons that you learn from this, it's going to take you to the next. And it's not always about just getting a fast time or winning a fast race. Like, you can be just as successful back in like 5th or 4th place. Well, this person didn't get 5th or 4th place coming up next. She got 2nd, Payton Smith, and ran amazing as well. A 53.7, number Let me make sure I get this right. Number 7 in the nation currently right now in the 400. Aiden, we talked about her. We talked to her at California State Meet this past year. Aaron got to talk to her again.
All right, Peyton Smith out of La Jolla, 53.5 today. I remember last year we met you at the state meet and you talked about you never wanted to run the 400 and you did so well your first year in it. And it looks like it's going well going into this year. How did it feel? How do you feel about your performance today?
Yeah, I feel like today I was just against such a good field of girls from all over, so it feels good for me to come out here, represent California, obviously, win as second place as a girl from California, which is awesome, and just kind of growing my mindset on the 400, learning to like it and kind of have more of a better mentality about it and winning. So it feels good to come out here, PR, and represent for California.
Are you a junior? Are you senior?
I'm a senior.
Okay, so you're a senior, so this is a great question because today we're talking a lot about sacrifices. And, you know, you moved up to the 400. It was an event that you didn't want to always do. I just want to hear from you, like, what are some of the sacrifices that you've had to make to get to this elite level that you're at right now?
Yeah, so I guess one would be I started off playing soccer. So I had to really just be like, that's not for me, that's not my path. Focus on track. I think social life is a big thing that comes with it. There's not much social time when I pretty much like eat, sleep, go to school, and run every day. So I have to kind of find a balance between my social life and also running. Running turned into my passion this year too, so I think it's been really exciting for me to kind of learn to love running more. So that's a big sacrifice that I've had to kind of take on.
And what would you say success looks for you? Looks like for you? Because sometimes people have like a time or something, but maybe it's something that's not just so like solid, like winning or anything, but what does that look like for you?
I think success for me looks like just coming out here, like running my hardest, trying my best, making my family proud. My whole family, my whole team is over there, so hearing them cheer for me as I run by, that's something that really like kind of shows success for me. Obviously the times are great when they come and go, but I think it's like putting in all the work and then you get the times. That's what success to me looks like. I don't care like how, if I win, lose, whatever. Someone just asked me a question of like, well, you didn't win. I was like, well, I still PR'd, so I'm still happy with that. So
no, that's a great attitude to have and something that you probably learned along the way, just maturing. So since you are a senior too, what would you tell a freshman or a sophomore on your team that's going through those similar transitions from like choosing a sport, trying to find the balance of like social life and like track and field?
Yeah, I would just say trust the process. That's the biggest thing I've learned through all of this is just like you have to work really hard, but at the same time when you're working hard you get to come to these cool events, you get to meet new people, you get to show off everything you've been working for. So I think for me it's so much fun when you can kind of look back now as a senior. For me, I'm looking back at all the times I had and just how much fun all this stuff is, meeting all these new people and whatnot. It's been a great experience.
Well, appreciate you. Congratulations on a great time today.
Thank you so much.
Excited to see you again at the state meet. See what you're gonna do.
For sure.
And a Michigan commit on top of that. I think she's gonna be good, bro.
Yeah, no, I think she's gonna be nice. Like her development being new to the 400, 53 at this point in the season, and a former soccer player. I don't know. When people give up a sport, when someone sacrifices a sport to pursue track and field full time, you know that they're serious. Like that is really like the ultimate sacrifice because you're not only sacrificing the sport, you're sacrificing your friend group a little bit. You're not going to spend as much time with them, and that feels like a lot when you're in high school.
No, yeah, hey. But sometimes you gotta make that decision, bro. That is a hard decision to make. But sometimes you gotta make that decision and stick to it. You know, and when you do it and when that thing starts to become your passion and like you get over sort of that grieving process of all like, dang, I'm not playing soccer, I'm not doing water polo, I'm not playing football anymore. Like you can really start to fall in love with this. And that's great to hear that she's starting to fall in love with the sport because hopefully that love doesn't just stop when the competing ends, you know? Like she could keep on doing it down the line and bringing on the other people. It's not just a trauma that's the side with it, you know, because that happens for a lot. For this next interview, we got to interview this random dude. Honestly, this happened just off a whim. Interview Diego out of Millennium, and like this dude's actually nice in Arizona, bro. This dude's actually a beast, bro. This dude, he ran 21.29 at Arcadia for second place in the 200. He got fifth in the 100 as well in the invite. and a 10.52 when they did. But now he's second in Arizona for the 100, and he's first in Arizona for the 200. And I was like, hey, bro, you want to get an interview? Like, we just talked to him randomly. And yeah, this dude Diego is nice. So, all right, here with my guy Diego. Just ran the 200. What school do you go to? And you got a medal, so you obviously did good. You know?
I got second place, and I go to Millennium High School in Arizona.
In Arizona? How was the travel out here?
It was good. It was fast. I slept most of the way, so it was pretty good.
Did you run the 1-2 as well earlier today?
Yeah, I ran the 100. I got 5th place though. I ran at 10.5.
So 10.5, and then what? 20? It was 21.
21-1.
21-1 here today. Walking away, what's your biggest takeaway from this meet? That's a pretty 10.5, 21-1. That's second place, 5th place. That's a pretty good day.
My 200, I'm proud of myself. My 100, I definitely think I could have did a lot better. My PR is a 10.4, so running a 10.5. I was hoping to PR out here because definitely had some fast sprinters out here. But I just think I need to improve in my 100 a lot more.
And being able to make it to this type of meet, I know in Arizona, were you at Chandler a couple weeks ago? You guys kind of have like your own type of Arcadia, but then to be here, come out here with the smoke coming out and like the hype, like what is the energy kind of like at the Arcadia track meet?
Out here is definitely a lot different because out here I know there's competition. Out there, I know I could check the little stat sheet and be all right, yes, whatever, but I don't really know who, everybody is out here, so it's definitely cool, like meeting new people, of course, and racing against new people, seeing where I'm at, nationally.
When you first like started running and like you described like being in Arizona at times, you can check the stat sheet, like, all right, I can do that, do that, do that. Did you ever imagine yourself being at that point to where like, yeah, I'm finishing second place and like it's kind of like an okay day? Did you ever imagine yourself getting to that point?
Definitely. This is only my second year running track. I just started running last year, but once I ran my times that I did last year, I definitely seen myself going pretty big in this. And warming up today, I was envisioning myself winning this, but obviously I didn't get that outcome. But I came, I PR'd, and I got to walk away with my head up with that one.
And you've gone a long way. Second year doing this, and you run it fast. You're one of the best guys on the West Coast doing your thing. What's the sacrifices that you have to make to keep on improving and just being the fast guy that you are?
You're just working hard every day at practice. Also getting extra training in even outside of practice. I really don't have off days. Kind of just working every single day. So I knew what came into this. Obviously wanted to be the best at what I do and in my craft. So. But it's just a lot of hard work.
What would success kind of look like for you going in to like your high school career and this season?
Success is just, to me, is just going to college. That's really just the main goal. Being like one of the first people in my family to go to college, that's really my biggest goal. And obviously making my mom proud. But other than that, that's really it.
Is that something that like your parents or anyone ever implanted to you just when you were young to be able to get that education?
Yes, of course. It's always been, go to college, sports second. But luckily I was blessed with the ability to do what I can do. So now I'm able to put this and I'll put it out there. But yeah, so.
Yeah, might as well use it. You feel me? You got it. Might as well.
Exactly, might as well do it.
It's an easier way to get in, but appreciate you, bro. Only a sophomore, second place at junior.
Senior, I'm sorry.
Senior. I'm disrespecting you. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Senior. Where you going? You committed?
I have not committed yet. I don't know where I'm going yet. Yeah.
All right, bro. Hey, colleges.
Tap in. Tap in. Millennium High School. Tap in.
There you go. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
Nah, he really nice though.
Nah, he really is nice, and that is sunny because this was definitely a random one. But hey, he's nice. He shouldn't be random. Colleges, like he said, tap in. But really, like colleges, just in general. If you a college recruiter, you need to be listening to our show right now, bro. We showing you the true heart of some of the top high school athletes. This should definitely be somewhere where you should use as a resource to find these kids, but. This dude got his head on straight for sure. Focused, believes in himself. I love that he's like visualizing before the race. I think he has a good future.
No, that kid was locked in, like for sure. And it's great to see for someone that's just learning the sport, and that he just started and now he's all like it's cool too. Like he's just starting. You can see he just has that confidence. It's all like, yeah, bro, like I'm gonna look at the stat sheet and I'm gonna make that happen. But like that's what happens when like you first started. And I hope like he's able to maintain that because this sport can be grueling and you can get down on yourself. But it's always good to be confident and have fun. And these next two dudes are like the definition of confidence.
I don't even know what you got from this interview. We'll see.
Bro, the camera died on this, so we don't got the full thing. But this is AYDON Stephanopoulos and CARSON HEDLUND. These dudes, Aaron interviewed them last year at the Rising Stars. They're both sophomores. Since then, AYDON went on to win the California State meet in D2 for cross country. CARSON has been one of the top guys in the state as well. I think CARSON ran 407. AYDON ran a 408 on that day for 4th and 7th place. They grew up together. They've been running together since middle school. It was a chaotic interview, Aaron.
All right. Introduce yourself real quick.
Yo, my name's AYDON, brother. Shut the fuck. Yo, my name is CARSON, brother. I'm from San Jose, California. He's from Los Gatos. Neighboring cities in the Silicon Valley.
So y'all grew up running club track together, like battling
Not together.
each other?
No.
Together racing?
Here, let us break this down for y'all.
Let's hear it.
So it all goes back to 2018 in the West Valley Athletic League League Championship. This guy wearing a shark tooth necklace goes out the first mile at a striking 5:45, I would think. Blazing fast time at the time, but I saw him out there. I'm like, I can't let this slide. Los Gatos kid. Los Gatos is rich, by the way. I'm not gonna let this rich kid beat me. That's why. All right, I didn't even live in Los Gatos at the time. So this guy's factually wrong. I used to live in San Jose, right near Lee. Yeah. You guys might know that. You may or may not know where that is. For the one person who might know where that is watching this, yeah, I grew up, dude. We called this guy man-child, bro. He was like 6 feet. He was like 6 feet in like middle school, bro. It was insane. There's a picture of us running. Like we're the same height now, but there's a picture of us running at county championships in 7th grade. 6th grade. We didn't have a track in 7th grade. 6th grade, and I'm like an entire foot taller than this guy. Like he's just tiny, and it's not like he's small or like he's not like just short. He's like tiny too. Like no, I'm not trying to like bag on him, but like. He's not wrong. I was a small middle schooler. I'm lucky I hit puberty and I grew. Yeah. Now I'm a larger lad.
Well,
not larger.
Y'all are two of the top dudes in the state. Y'all just ran 408 and 409. And it started off with y'all just like battling in like middle school.
Dude, it's always been the same. Swear, this guy, if this guy wasn't in my area, I don't think it'd be as fast as I was because we always pushing each other. No matter be the 8, maybe even the 32. I don't think I've ever raced 32. I've never raced 32, but I full-heartedly agree. I know I would not be as fast as I am without this guy right here. They say iron sharpens iron. That's true. Short and sweet, baby. Yeah.
Wait, the things we've been talking about on the pod today is just about like sacrifices and the sacrifices you got to make to like be at their level. You all are elite high school athletes.
I honestly think I should make more sacrifices. I'm really gifted to be where I am. I don't think I work as hard as most people do to be where I'm at, and I'm thankful for that every single day. But I think I got to listen to Prefontaine's quote of
sacrifice of a gift.
No, it's to sacrifice to gift is to what?
It's the sacrifice of
to give anything less than a vest is a sacrifice a gift, and I think I'm maybe sacrificing a gift here. Not that I'm not using it, but I'm not using.
Yeah,
you know what? That kind of died at the perfect time, low key.
What else were you talking about? Because I was definitely chaotic. I wasn't there for the last part.
There was just a lot of hey brothers. I don't know. There was a lot of hey, and they just I don't even know, bro. Like I don't know. I was trying to like get something out of that, but that was good though. That just reminded me of high school, chilling with the homies. But I definitely think both of those kids are really talented. I think AYDON is really, really talented too, and I think that. I mean, I remember watching them last year run like 4:14 or something like as sophomores. And then I remember seeing AYDON at state that year and he didn't run good. And I was like, yo, hey. And he was like mad. And I was like, okay, he a dog. Like he my boy AYDON, he a dog, So like both of them, they dogs, So like I like seeing them race. I like seeing them battle. Like, yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of AYDON and CARSON for sure, and they have like the personalities to be stars, and it's cool that he like maybe he said he's not making the sacrifices that he feels like he needs to be, but he's coming to an understanding of like the gift that he's been blessed with. So maybe that will result in him making more sacrifices. But I think I got confidence in him, bro. I got confidence that he's going to be good. Carson did talk about some of the things he sacrificed, like hanging out with friends and stuff like that. And like the fact that AYDON has a friend, that's going through this with him. He knows that this dude is like sacrificing to get there. I'm sure that has influenced him and will at some point. And it's just like when you're at that level, you're around all those people all the time that are grinding and stuff like that. So like I think he's gonna, man, the dude just ran 408, bro. Or they're in 409 or something. That's crazy, bro. They're only juniors. They got another year.
No, facts. Like you said though, to have that awareness is good. To have that awareness is definitely good. All right, we're almost done out of here. Let's just do one more. We're gonna do this one more. Taylor Cox. I had to get this girl on the interview. I got to interview her and talk to her at the Armory when I was out there from Union Catholic. She was an amazing athlete. Last year, she got 4th at New Balance Nationals in the 100 hurdles. And what she's doing, I think, is pretty crazy. So she didn't have the best race at Arcadia, but the fact she's an out-of-state athlete all the way from New Jersey coming to California, a totally different experience for a lot of the people that we had to interview this past weekend. All right, Taylor Cox, you're a junior, right? This is Union Catholic. It's kind of well known. Sadie McLaughlin, one of the greatest to ever do it. And you guys kind of always make your trip out here, but it's been a couple years. How does it feel for you, or just how has this trip been so far, being able to come all the way to Southern California, middle of your school year, and compete at Arcadia?
It feels very good. This is our first outdoor meet, so it's good to come out to Cali. The heat, it's pretty high out. Not as hot as it was when I was first here, but it's a very good temperature to run in. And it just feels really good to come out here and just see new faces, a lot of new faces, from different states out here, and just put my best foot forward and do my best. I know you're from Jersey, but you think this is hot right now? It's low-key kind of chilly. Like, I'm from SoCal. For me, this is hot for us. This is because it's been a little chilly out in Jersey. We had a semi-cold winter, but it's been getting a little hot. A little cold. Sorry. It's been getting a little cold, but it's a little hot. We got a little breeze. What, Aaron? It's about like it's like 72. It's good weather. It's good weather. I'm just saying, that's just the difference. It's the difference. I haven't felt this in a minute in Jersey, so yeah. So we're talking today really about like sacrifice as well, and just like what does it take to be like this elite high school athlete, or just any type of athlete with this type of sacrifice. What kind of sacrifices have you had to make to get to where you are now? We know you've done great things over the past 3 years. It takes a lot, and some sacrifices that I have made is just me being a teenager, like skipping parties and skipping time with friends, although majority of my friends are my teammates, but outside friends, skipping time with friends, and just putting all my time into training, like, sacrificing my sleep some days. When we have spring break, we've been still coming to practice, 9 a.m., still to train for this meet. So there's some things I've sacrificed, but I'll do it all for this sport. I love this sport. Is that something that's really just crazy? Like, this is literally spring break. Y'all get no type of vacation, but like, does it, like you said, it's from a love from it. When did you start to fall in love with it and like, okay, I can start sacrificing? That's a good question. Right off the bat when I started, just the bond with my friends and everything just really showed me that like, all the love that goes into the sport. So right off the bat, I already knew I loved the sport. Seeing my friends, training my friends, being pushed by everybody. I love being pushed by everybody. I love when I have a little friendly competition, of course. But yeah, right off the bat, I always knew that I love the sport. What is that Union Catholic camaraderie like? I saw the 4x8. They won the 4x8 yesterday, I believe, the girls. And just, we know the whole team's out here. What is the camaraderie like on Union Catholic? It's just, a lot, like energy, everything. Just like the Union Catholic, just the great, like it's a big name, big school, everything like that, holds big titles and everything like that. I don't know, like there's just a lot to say about the school. I don't really know. I'll say, like, what's like the funniest thing that you think your team does, and what's the most annoying thing that your team does too? What's the funniest and most annoying? It's probably from the boys team that'd be annoying, but what did they be doing? Yeah, they be mad annoying. I'm just kidding. I love them all, but one thing that's annoying is when our coach wants to give us lectures and wants to say the same thing 5 million times over and over again and make us take time like 30 minutes off of our workout. We could have been working out, but he's giving us.
love to be doing that, bro.
They love to be talking, just chatting it up. But funny thing that we do is just, I don't know. We're just a funny team. If you guys saw us outside, you would think that we're so funny. We're funny. We're just funny.
There you go. Taylor Cox, congratulations today. Enjoy Southern California as you got it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You really about to get this girl in trouble, bro. You about to make her have to get another lecture, bro.
Bro, coaches do be doing that. Dad be doing that all the time. When I used
to be yapping, bro. They be yapping.
Just be talking, like, bro, like, aren't we supposed to be? It's been like 10 minutes, man. We supposed to do another rep. Like, what are you doing?
Gotta get that inspiration.
Even though I was coaching with him, I'm all like, Dad, like, we supposed to do these 200 supposed to be 60-second rests. Like, you talking to them, and they just had 3 minutes in the middle of this workout. You messing up their workout, bro. Like, stop talking.
So you gotta like that. If you an athlete, like, you gotta take advantage of that, bro.
You tired of everything, you still just talking to me. But nah, she said a lot of good. It is crazy, and I think that's where the inspiration for a lot of this video came, was the fact that this was on spring break. A lot of these kids have to sacrifice, and just reflecting on kind of that today, that some of these greatest athletes that we see, in these high school athletes that we see on a daily basis, breaking all these records, that like a lot of it is not just God-given given talent. Like, it definitely is talent, but it's a lot of nurturing into their craft. It's working to their best. It's about changing their entire mindset. And this era of high school runners is just totally different, you know? It's a little bit of a longer episode to get that point across, but I think we did, Aaron, to be honest. Like, that was good.
No, yeah, I'm taking away from this to just always to compete with myself to be the best I can. And don't put too much pressure on yourself to perform. Remember that you're doing it for you at the end of the day. Making people proud is the cherry on top, but making yourself proud is what it's ultimately about, and you can define what your success is and what that looks like. That's how I would sum up a lot that was spoken about today. So switched it up this time. We wanted to figure out a way to like show you, some of the stuff that we do on the track, getting these mixed zone interviews. So let us know. I mean, especially if you listened all the way to the end, like for real. Like if you listened all the way to the end of this podcast, please let us know what you thought about it. Because like your opinion like matters, and like that would be just super helpful for us going forward if you can just let us know if you like this, if there's something else, if there's another way you think we could do this, or I think about like, what if we had an athlete on here doing this, or just a friend doing it, looking at these interviews with us too. But please leave a review, rate us, and if you don't feel comfortable rating us or leaving a review, like straight up, like DM me and tell me your real thoughts. And I appreciate the people that have done that before. But before we go, I know we on here for a long time. I think we used to do this. We need to start it again. I think there is actually, someone did drop something on the podcast, a review.
What, from this year? I know there's one from last year.
Hold up. Let me see. Never mind. There's one from December 20th, 2023.
Yeah, I seen that one.
It was from the boy, John Bolton, SC. What's good with you? This podcast is an interesting and enthusiastic view of track and field sport. Nice interchange between the hosts. Hey, that's John B. I'm pretty sure that's Bolton, bro. I appreciate you, dog.
Coach JV. But yeah, this one's gonna be on YouTube too. I'm gonna put this up on YouTube, so we'll see. It's gonna be on the Two Black Runners account. So if y'all do like it, let us know. Comment down below, and we'll try and do this more. But appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week on the Two Black Runners podcast. If we don't see y'all next week, just know we resting. You feel me? But we be back. We'll be back. We somewhere for a show. We'll see y'all next week. Let's get it.